Hello, just want to do a quick video in Hillsborough Park. I'm in Hillsborough Park, as you can see, and great 3-0 win yesterday for Sheffield Wednesday over there, over West Brom, so that's good. But I want to talk about this new drainage, which has been good to see it actually happen at the bottom of the major field, which is where Tramlines has its major event, and which obviously for several years now has had thousands and thousands of people, 40,000 every tramlines, tramping this land down to the point whereby all the soil has become really majorly compact. We're on clay soil, we're on historically, before any of these houses were built, so we're going back hundreds of years, thousands of years, this was part of a floodplain for the River Don, which is just behind those houses and in front of the Wednesday ground there. So this soil is not only clay soil, but it's also part of a floodplain. So the soil is going to be of a particular type that holds water very, very well. And then when you've got something that this field has never had until tramlines come along, which is thousands of people, 40,000 people for 2 weeks it happens? A week at least a week, I think. Well, let's say several days. It doesn't really matter. Compacting this ground, then it's no wonder we seem to have a problem that's permanent, a problem of flooding, despite the rainfall that we've had, which obviously hasn't helped. Historically, this has just been used for football, so it's had a light use for ever since Hillsborough Park has been here, really, for the past 100 years. You've just got small groups of people, and maybe the odd football club just coming out, kids club coming down here to play football. And so the great thing about that is if kids are using studs, well, for a start, they're actually helping to aerate the ground. The opposite has been happening for the past few years since tramlines have been, in the respect that you've had 40,000 people actually compacting the ground. And so this, I think, is why this field now has started to be really, really problematic. So as I say, I'm filming these drains that have really just gone in over the past week or two, or maybe slightly longer, past few weeks anyway. And we've still had a bit of rain, but nothing too over the past couple of weeks. We've not had continual heavy rain. It's been quite sunny, it's been quite windy. That should help to dry the ground off. Already these areas have been reseeded, so you can see a little bit of seed there. But as you can see over here, it's still not. What is the point in reseeding this area when clearly this is not working? This is just going to sit here and be completely unusable, and it gets even worse here. I mean, it's no good putting a drainage system in if that drainage system doesn't have anywhere to go. Because as I understand it, the drainage system just goes to a grate over pointy finger, if I can find my pointy finger, over there. And then if that grate is full of water, then this water is just going to sit there. Which you can see is what's happening there. So I'm assuming that because they've actually reseeded all these drainage areas, that this work is now complete. Obviously, there's a little bit of work to do there, but I'm not quite sure why it's not working, or it doesn't seem to be working as it should. I mean, you do a drainage system, the water shouldn't still be sat on the top. The water should be gone. So as far as I'm concerned, what I think, I mean, I'm no expert on drainage systems, but all this water should be taken away on this side of the path and really taken away down to the river somehow, or to the sewage underneath the houses or whatever, which I think is what's supposed to be happening here. Actually, okay, right, so when I last came down here to have a look at this, there was a grate, and the grate was up, and there was a drainage pipe actually there, but for some reason that has now been moved. I would imagine it's up there where that barrier is, and yet that is actually, looks to me, I mean, please, anybody who's watching this, correct me if I'm wrong, that looks to be a little bit higher than this. So where's all this water going to go? Because we've actually got, okay, there's still work up there that's going on, but we seem to have a stream running from up there down here into this area, and where's it going to go other than sit here? I mean, I'm at a loss as to what's happening. I really am at a loss as to what they are actually doing. Can we have somebody explain how this actually works? Not what they're doing, but how it works. Because I can't fathom it. Where is this water going to go? If they've taken the drainage, the grate out here, which this seems to be at the lowest part of this field. So I'm confused. Just let me put a wide angle on. I am completely confused as to what's going on. I'm just going to take a quick walk up here. Like you can see, it's all very boggy. You can see the difference in the grass, whereas all this should be really nice, even. I mean, it's a playing field. It's not a wildlife area. You know, I'm all for wildlife areas, but not on a playing field. You know, this looks perfect. This looks great for playing on, and this should be a wildlife area. This looks more like a wetland wildlife area, and it should be a football field to play on. So I'm just going to come up to this one and see what the hell they are doing. So they put another grate in here. Okay. I'm not sure why, and I'm assuming that there are more grates up there. Well, this isn't the bottom of the field. The bottom of the field is down there. Because the river flows in that direction behind Hillsborough Leisure Centre. So logically, the ground slopes that way. So why are they putting drainage in up here? And any water that misses up here sits down there where you've just seen it flowing into. An absolute complete loss. So please, anybody who knows about drainage, certainly drainage for football fields, please comment on this video, because I'm at a loss as to what is happening. It's good to see that. I mean, I keep it's so frustrating. I want to see, I don't just want to see work happening that puts right the damage that has been done, either by tram lines or by the fact that we've had so much rain this winter. I don't want to see work happening. I want to see the correct conclusion. I want to see the problem being solved. If you're doing work and it's not solving the problem, you are wasting money, you're wasting time. Solve the problem. Don't just do the work and think because you've done the work, that's it. Actually solve the damn problem. Just going to come back here, and it's so ridiculous. It's so unnecessary. Look, you can see it flowing. It's flowing down from up there. They've almost created a little stream. Oh, it's there, right, the grate is still there, sorry. Right, because of the reflection, I didn't actually see the grate. So the grate is still here, but as you can see, it's not doing its job. It's absolutely full. So maybe that is why, right, okay, I'm beginning to work this out now. Now that I know that that grate is still there, I couldn't see it because of the light reflecting off the water. The fact that they're putting in grates and more drains up there may help to stop this from becoming overflowing. But then again, maybe they've not completed up there, because again, this is flowing down here into this, which is already having to take too much water, which is why it's sitting on the surface. So I'm not sure if they're not completed or not up there, but something doesn't seem to be working right. Okay, I think is it a thrush there? Oh no, it's a piece of wood. I thought that was a dead bird. Yeah, so I don't know, but as I say, it's just, they've seeded this. They have seeded this when clearly it's not been levelled, it's not been worked. It's so frustrating. If need be, make that twice the size. Make that 2-3 times the size. Make it so that you've got a real sink area under this bottom bit here. So what? 5 yards by 5 yards. With huge drains underneath. A big tank to hold as much water as possible. I don't want the council going, well, we can't afford that. Oh, well, it's a bit too expensive. You're making loads of cash off tram lines. Right? Stop investing that money on things that only benefit tram lines, and actually spend the money as it should be spent on everything else other than tram lines. That's what it's there for. Tram lines make the money at the event. So yeah, this video's already gone on way too long, way longer than I thought it would be, but there you go. I'm going to leave it there for now. It's so frustrating. Please comment if you have any idea as to what is actually happening here and why these areas that are still holding way too much water and cannot be used for the original purpose in which this field has been used for, i.e. for playing football down at this end. You might say, well, they've got all the rest of the field. If you come out here on a nice day with groups playing football, it can get quite busy. So you might want to have a little game of football at this bottom end. You know, don't start deflecting and, oh, well, they can always go further. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they never play football up there again. This needs to be put back to how it was. So I really don't know why it's being reseeded when clearly it's not in any fit state to be a field again. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there now. So it's already gone 15 minutes. I expected it to be about 5 minutes. So bye for now.